Welcome back to another episode of the Youth Academy Kermo here in the Premier League. Now in January of Season 3 inside of the Premier League, we have this amazing team here. We have Hoffman, who is doing Hoffman things. Now last episode it was a bit of a different one. I went ahead and played pretty much every game in December off camera, and Washidas actually picked up a couple of results. We actually didn't lose a single game in December, which is amazing. We did bottle a couple of wins as well. We bottled the Norwich win, we bottled the Chelsea win, and we bottled the Southampton win as well. So we could have had won every single game of last month, but we went ahead and choked some big time minutes and big time goals there. But we go ahead and pick up a decent amount of wins. We finished top of our group in the Europa League. We go ahead and skip out on the preliminary round. We are into the semi-final of the Carabao Cup, in which we beat Man United. We're into the final, and we will play either Spurs or Leicester City. I was kind of hoping we got Leicester City in the semi-finals, but instead we get Man United. That's going to be a tough one to take on. We are in the January transfer window, in which we have 257 million to spend. Actually, 257 million to spend. We already spent a butt ton of money because of Simon Hoffman, and if I bring in anybody, it's going to replace either Moyano or one of our two center backs, because they have been absolutely shocking. We do have some couple options on the bench. Now, last episode and last couple days, I did ask on YouTube to see if y'all would like me to lift the no regen clause rule that I kind of put in at the beginning. Y'all, it was an outstanding no, but honestly I was tempted to at least do it still. Maybe just bringing in 1 or 2 per season that might be a big name, but I'll stick away from Ronaldo, Messi, and those massive names. Benzema, when his regen comes into play, actually it's probably already in play, but I'll definitely stick away from those. But somebody like a Conte regen, somebody like a Modric regen, actually Modric regen maybe not because he is predominant, but somebody like a Conte regen, somebody like a Saliba pre-gen. This is not Varane's regen, it's Saliba's pre-gen. Mosquera, this might be Sergio Ramos's regen. We'll go ahead and sign him up as well if need be. I am definitely interested in bringing in Royer as well. I don't want to spend too much money, and I'm only going to honestly buy a midfielder if we go ahead and get a good deal for Moyano. I did go ahead and transfer list Moyano, I think. No, I did not. I hope I actually get a good deal for Moyano, and I got to go ahead and unblock these guys because I can go ahead and sell them now. That'll be perfectly fine. But before any business takes over, the board objectives now. Episode 45. I actually didn't even show you in episode 45. Or, yeah, I didn't show you episode 45 and 44. But episode 45, our last episode, we went ahead and got 2 outside the foot goals now, with both of them being Simon Hoffman, one of those last episode in the month of December. We are now in the round of 16 of the Europa League. Obviously, preliminary rounds are still going on. We are not winning a domestic cup quite yet, but we have an opportunity today to get into the final of one of those and extend our run and begin our run in the FA Cup. We are up to 67 out of 100 squad goals. Profit, honestly, this objective, it's just not going to happen at all because we bought in Simon Hoffman. It's kind of got cursed from the beginning, but we're up to 143 million profit. So we're actually doing very good there somehow. Somehow we're up to very good profit margins there. And then the last objective, I actually forgot what the last objective was. Have a player top goal scorer of the Premier League. I believe Simon Hoffman right now is the top goal scorer of the Premier League. This is going to be the Carabao Cup. Kind of want to see the Premier League. Yeah, Premier League. 21 goals in 19 matches. He's been absolutely firing on all cylinders. He has obviously been our key player in our life. And in fact, let's go look at all the other players in our squad and see who is the best performing goals wise. Hoffman has 33 goals. Steele has 13. Davey only has 7 goals, but he has 18 assists. So we'll let him off there. Young has 2 goals and 1 assist despite only playing 15 games. I mean, yeah, let's just get into it. Obviously, we did lose out on a couple players last episode. We sold a couple players. We sold Barnett, so we actually don't have a left winger replacement right now. Well, the only player we have is Morgan, so we might bring in a left mid this episode as well. We are going to go ahead and re-sign Steele. We are not going to go ahead and re-sign Manning, and we will go ahead and re-sign Petit. Petit is taking what was that, 620 or 320 to 62K in his first contract extension. That's actually crazy. So we're actually going to be on the market for a left winger now. I totally forgot about that. Let's go see if we can find a decent left midfielder that can be a bench player and good enough bench player for Steele, and possibly bring in another Cam as well to replace Jacobs. We do have people on the Youth Academy. I'm not really looking to scout any more players, to be honest, because we're kind of too deep in the thing where it becomes repetitive and useless. So these players will probably be the last players that come up through our Youth Academy, and that's even if they do come up through our Youth Academy at all. Carabao Cup semi-final. We are going to go ahead and simulate through the first leg and jump in if need be, but if not, we'll go ahead and go into the second leg and obviously do what we got to do there if need be as well. It depends how this first leg goes.
Opportunity to deliver the goal.
Rashford takes the lead early for Manchester United. And we go ahead and lose the first leg 1-0. Could have jumped in there, try and get an equalizer, but we just let it play out. It didn't get too bad for us at all. So it was a 1-0 loss. We'll go ahead and play that second leg and get a win and get into the final of the domestic. And now Bournemouth up in the FA Cup. Obviously, this is a chance to get into the final of another competition. Now, I would hope that we go ahead and win this game. But before we do that, let's go ahead and see if our transfer deal went ahead and gone through. I'm going to go ahead and quick sim this game against Bournemouth and hope that we win. It's taking a long time, a 3-1 win. Steele, and Jacobs on the score sheet. And we're into the next round of the FA Cup. And we go ahead and say goodbye to another midfielder, I believe for 2 years on loan this time. If I'm not mistaken, I actually don't know who this is. I think it's Correa who's going out on loan for 2 years to Betis. It is Correa going on loan to Real Betis for a 2-year spell. We'll see if he grows. He'll become. And we are going to go ahead and bring in our left mid replacement. Liam Morgan actually went out on loan now as well. So we went ahead and brought in a left midder to replace him. Now he isn't the best, but he also isn't the worst. He is on 11 for $7.5 million from Mainz. He is a decent pickup inside this team. He should look to just pretty much sit on the bench for a long time until we really need him to bring him off the bench. But for now, welcome to the squad for $7.5 million. And say hello to our new midfielder to possibly replace Moyano in the starting 11. We go ahead and bring in Daniels for $72 million. Now, I went ahead and checked his birthday and checked it all with any other football player. He is a regen of absolutely no one, so he is just a decent English player into the squad, and he will join for a big chunk of our budget. Not really a budget, but a big chunk of our money and a big chunk of really our profit margins as well. But Tommy Daniel joins from Frankfurt for $72 million. Let's see how good he is. He is 86 overall. He's going to easily replace Vargas, or not Vargas, but Moyano in that starting 11. Hopefully be good enough as well to actually do so. And as far as profit margins, we're up to $69 million. Making that signing might not have been the best idea to actually complete an objective, but with Hoffman there, I'm honestly going to allow it just a little bit more. And Adriano Neves has been loaned out to another, actually forgot who got loaned out to. And I don't know if it's a 2-year deal or a 1-year deal, but he has been loaned out. He is one of our center backs, one of our young center backs. But he honestly wasn't getting game time, so we go ahead and loan him out to Union Berlin for 2 years. So we'll see how good he is when he comes back. Obviously, by the time he comes back, he might not even be good enough at all to be even anywhere near this football club. Next up is Accrington Town in the FA Cup. Actually, not Accrington Town, Accrington Stanley in the FA Cup. We are going to go ahead and quick sim it again. Now, we should obviously batter them and move on to the next round of the FA Cup. We go ahead and get a 2-1 win. So a little bit of struggle, I should say. They did only get a consolation goal in the 81st minute. But a 2-0 win. We are now into the next round of the FA Cup.
Manchester United have chosen this particular shape.
Manchester United in the second leg of the Carabao Cup. Now obviously down 1-0 to them. We got to bounce back a little bit. We got to be put in some commanding lead here. We're playing with our ugly jerseys. And Daniels goes ahead and makes his debut as well. And in fact, actually, did I put my left mid on the bench? I did not. So we have Esposito as a left mid. So we have no left mid replacement for Steele for this game. Durfer against Hahn. He'll put the cross in. Rio will clear it. Steele now looking to find Jacobs. A beautiful ball in for Jacobs. Looking to find Hoffman in space now. And Simon Hoffman makes it 1-0 on the day. But 1-1 on aggregate. The main man puts Wakefield in front. He's running to halfway line. He wants to get this game underway as quickly as possible.
1-1 it is on aggregate.
Got there first. Elmas now.
Options are plenty.
Elmas, Rashford, Pedri, Elmas, Sam Bryant, Man United regain the lead right before halftime. It's 2-1 on aggregate. And Sam Bryant against his former club for the second time in a row.
Well, here's the goal again, and it
defended well. Referee, that's not a foul. We're going to be knocked out of the Carabao Cup.
So a personnel
I should have played the first leg. The free kick goes short. Shot blocked, and it's going to be out for a throw-in. Got to get the ball here. We can't let them throw into actual red shirt. Oh, and that's exactly what they do.
Makes his way in field.
Oh, they're getting in this little corner blender. It's going to be a game over. Because even if I win the ball back.
The short corner routine.
Yep, game's over. We get knocked out in the Carabao Cup. If we win a domestic, it's going to have to be through the FA Cup. But Man United in the final. We're down to only one competition left to be able to win. Everton at home. Go ahead and quick sim. It's a 3-2 win. They get a consolation goal in the 89th minute, but Hoffman, Sieta, and Steele all on the score sheet. And so our profit margin at the end of January is 73.97 million. So we go ahead and fail that objective. But I'm half tempted to give it back up because we did sign Hoffman for 400 million. We do have 106 million to spend, but we have Leicester, Man City, Aston Villa, and Arsenal in the month here of February, and then we'll figure out who our Europa League journeys are towards the end of this month. Leicester City in the Premier League.
Interesting matchups and two coaches that want to
same exact point values here, both on 36. Let's see if we can come out on top.
Now can they make something happen?
As Steele spins, finds Hoffman. Hoffman takes Wakefield up 1-0.
An early goal in the game.
His movement in the box, and you can see why he scored so many
Frazier,
goals.
Douglas Luiz, 1-1 for Leicester. They level it up in the 58th minute. Got a out wide for Davey. Davey crossed in for Hoffman. 2-1 for Wakefield. Simon Hoffman on the score sheet again. I think it's actually his brace. I think he scored the first goal for us. It's 2-1 here over Leicester City. Davey to whip in across. Keller to head it in. 3-1 for Wakefield. In command position now to take the win over Leicester and gain another 3 points to possibly put us back into another possibly top 5, top 6 race. Obviously, if we would have won the Carabao Cup, That's Conference League locked down for sure. We win Europa League, that's actually Champions League knocked down for sure as well. And then if all things comes to worst, winning the FA Cup will be Europa League for next season. So I at least want to be in a position where we're either in the Europa League via league position or Europa League or Champions via competitions. Carabao Cup, not Carabao Cup, FA Cup or Europa League. Winning one of those two.
Plenty of players waiting in the middle.
Livramento crossed in. That's a beautiful goal from Moukoko. Thankfully, we have that third goal, so this goal won't matter too much. But that's a beautiful goal from Moukoko, and it makes it 3-2, makes the game a little bit closer. Kind of resembles what the game really was like. But look at that flying kick. Evan should probably save that in all honesty. But maybe not expecting it to go to that side of the net. It's a 3-2 win here over Leicester City, though. I will happily take that.
Is that the referee blows his whistle for full time.
And so when we come back, we have Man City, Aston Villa, Arsenal, and maybe the first leg of the Europa League round of 16. It depends how the FA Cup journey kind of goes. We sit in 9th in the Premier League, up to 39 points. We are only 3 points off a top 4 spot, with obviously games in hand for the other clubs, so that could go up to 6 again. We do play a bunch of these top 6 clubs maybe again, one of them being Man City, which I'm honestly just going to quick sim because I expect to lose it this time again. But we did win the last time I quick sim, but that would be interesting. If you did enjoy this video, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. Peace out.